Hey boys and girls, I am here to guide you in your next math lesson in our My Math book. And to do that, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I'm hoping today that you will be able to hear the video clip. I know we were unable to hear the one from last week, so I'm going to share my computer sound and let you enjoy this video clip.
Make a 10.
You can make a 10 to help you add.
Let's try this with 8 plus 4. First, place 8 red counters on the 10 frame. Then, place 4 yellow counters on the bottom 10 frame. Next, move 2 counters to make a 10. Now we see 8 plus 4 as 10 plus 2. The last thing we do is add. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Let's try another one. 9 plus 5. First, place 9 red counters on your 10 frame. Then, place 5 yellow counters. Next, move 1 counter to make a 10. Now we see 9 plus 5 as 10 plus 4. 9 plus 5 equals 14.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video clip. As you know, we have worked with Make a 10 before, and we're going to continue a review of that today by going into our My Math Books, Lesson 4, Make a 10. Okay, we're going to look at our ebook, which means it's an online book. Okay, so the activity that we just did in the video was explaining 2 different combinations and ways to make a 10 to help addition be easier. We looked at 8 plus 4, which is modeled for you here in the See and Show. And then we also looked at 9 plus 5 in the video. So now we're going to look at number 2 here together before you try some on your own. So we can notice that the addition sentence is 7 plus 5. Notice in our first tens frame up at the top number is represented as a 7, and the bottom number is represented as a 5. So we can take some of these counters from here on the bottom and drag them up into the tens frame at the top to make a 10. And the way we're actually going to do that is by using a pen. Okay. So we're going to cross these out here. And I wish we had a yellow, but we're going to try to make those counters right here. 1, 2, it's hard to do in this small space. And 3. Okay, so now we were able to make a 10, and our addition sentence now becomes 10 plus 2. And we know that 10 plus 2 is 12. Now we can take our original number sentence of 7 plus 5 with the add-ins of 7 and 5, and we know that our answer is 12. Okay, so after watching that video clip and us doing this one together, now we're going to ask you guys to move on into the book, and you are going to do your On My Own page 31. We'll look through the instructions together, And then you'll also be doing 32 on the back. Okay, so on page 31, notice they tell you to use a work mat and counters to make your 10. If you remember in your bag of math supplies that we sent home with you at the drive-through, we included a tens frame sheet on cardstock, and you also received your own red and yellow counters in a little bag. So we encourage you to get that out and use it to build these problems so that you can see them and make those connections on how making a 10 makes addition easier to solve. So use your work mat inside your bag and your red and your yellow counters. Okay. So we're looking at number 3, 8 plus 6. So we would like for you on your tens frame to build 8 red counters in your top frame, 6 counters on the bottom tens frame on your mat, and then move those counters to make a 10 and see if it helps you to come up with the answer to the addition sentence 8 plus 6 quicker. Okay, you'll do the same on number 4. And even though they're not showing the tens frames on numbers 5 through 16, we really encourage you to go ahead and once again build those problems and start looking for those connections to help you add bigger numbers by making a 10 connection. Okay. After you finish the front of that page, page 31, you will now go to 32. Remember what we talked about yesterday? Make sure that you are showing your work. So we don't want to just see an answer here in the blank. We want you to use this workspace that has been given to you to create a number sentence that matches the problem and then show the answer. Okay, you'll do that on 17, 18, and 19. And then write math. See if you can answer this in a complete sentence with words. How could you use making a 10 when adding? So why have we learned that making a 10 can help us add easier and quicker? What have we learned? All right, good luck, guys. Do your best and make sure you submit that page to your teacher for a grade. Bye.